This is one of the most spectacular gravel passes in the Western Cape, offering stunning scenery of craggy mountains, vertical rock-walled poorts, old-school engineering, game spotting, bird life, and a fabulous 4-star lodge to ease weary travellers into the bushveld way of life. The pass has 60 bends, corners and curves compressed into its 7.3 kilometer length with an average gradient of 1 in 13, which is remarkable considering that the lower part of the pass, where it becomes a poort, is fairly flat. Yet there's no point on the pass which is excessively steep. There are some sections that reach 1 in 6, so this road with its steep unguarded drop-offs requires focused attention by drivers. This historic pass dates back to 1862 and was completed by Thomas Paine's brother-in-law Adam de Smet. The road is named after the many fossilized ticks found in the rocks when the road was first built. This used to be the main road between Laingsburg and Prince Albert up to the late 1960s, when the Department of Water Affairs built the Ecology Dam, which had a number of consequences, including making this road obsolete. Firstly, it made the road a dead end as there was no way around the new dam, and secondly, it spelt the end of the farming community in the Ecology as the new road bulldozed eastwards through the Ecology gave this community access to Oudtshoorn and Calitzdorp. They left the kloof in a steady trickle until there was no one left. That's one of the negative sides of progress. There are two options getting to this pass. The first and recommended route is to take the R62 to Ladysmith. About 25 km east of Ladysmith, there's a gravel road leading off to the north. This will take you through the amazing Sewevikspoort. At the northern end of the poort is a T-junction. Turn right and follow the gravel road to the Bosluiskloof Pass and ultimately to the Ecology Dam. Note that this is a dead-end drive. You have to retrace your route back out the way that you came in. The second option is to take the N1 to Langsberg. In the middle of the town, turn right, which is to the east, and take the R323 via the Rooinek, Witnecker and Kouweveld passes. This road is tarred for part of the way and becomes gravel just before you get to the Kouweveld Pass. Continue on this gravel road for 12 kilometers until you reach the intersection to the Sewevikspoort on the northern side. Continue straight on to Bosluiskloof. The first 4 kilometers of gravel road is straightforward and it heads steadily up a long hill at a fairly easy gradient. Slow down for a couple of cattle grids. After 4 kilometers, you'll arrive at a closed gate of the reserve. Read the entry conditions and slide the gate open and close it again behind you. Otherwise, there is a remote for you to use on a prescribed code. Over the past 160 years, until about 1970, different parts of the reserve were extensively used for stock farming. Currently, it extends almost 14,000 hectares, but it was still of greater magnitude before the Gamkapoort Dam was built in 1967 to 1969 on the eastern side of the property. The dam also cut off the former main road to Prince Albert. Although many different owners farmed with livestock, only small-scale herding has taken place since. The reserve thus had a period of natural rehabilitation of almost 40 years. The veld in some areas is untouched by grazing, but other areas were not that fortunate. Since the building of the dam, the veld had time to rest and rehabilitate, causing it to improve every year. Much, however, depends on the annual rainfall patterns. The reserve still has signs of old structures used by stock farmers in the past, which can still be visited. There are also a number of old graves from the middle 19th century. Take note of the ficus tree on the right of this bend, which seemingly grows right out of the rock. Although this is a publicly accessible road, the vast majority of the maintenance is carried out by the management of the Bosluiskloof Lodge in the interests of ensuring a serviceable road for their guests. Don't miss part 2 of the Bosluiskloof Pass.